I think the innovation is like bringing what's needed straight to the doorfront of the folks that need it most.
It's crazy people that innovate, and innovation is hairy, it is messy, it is often expensive, and it is not for the faint of heart.
It's about having a terrific idea, something new, a new angle on an old, intractable problem.
When you ask me to talk about innovation, that word just explodes in my mind with all kinds of possibilities and initiatives.
The great strength of New York City is that it's a place that attracts innovators from all different walks of life, from all different disciplines. Some are in the public sector, some are in the private sector, some are artists, some work for nonprofits. What they all share is a commitment to making New York City a better place.
I grew up in a household where there was lots of change, so I'm not at all unnerved by change. I think disruption is a good thing. I think innovation is infectious. To have built the New York Times headquarters, to have built New York by Geary downtown with Frank Gehry, and most recently to have worked on Barclays Center, it's quite a trifecta for a real estate developer to have had the opportunity to make an impact on the city skyline that way, and I consider myself to be quite fortunate.
I was born and raised in Brownsville. At a pretty young age, I lost my uncle to gun violence. It kind of changed my perception of public space, and so I began really early to think about what it would mean to use architecture as a means of changing social interactions between people and making it safer for folks in the neighborhood. Made in Brownsville is a youth creative agency. We're focused on tackling youth unemployment and diversity in technology.
Propel was started 8 years ago by Jeremy Mindich and me to think about how to use capital creatively for social impact. And we're really focused on bold leaders creating a more just and equitable future. And under that mission focus, we look at impact investing, progressive organizing, and reforming the criminal justice system, which we feel is one of the most serious human rights challenges of our time.
We're promoting innovation by empowering our judges to look at the way we have been doing business with a more bold approach to our work. It does not work for me when we repeat the same practices year after year after year without any change.
So when I started working on 42nd Street with the 42nd Street redevelopment project, I learned about the Midtown Community Court. And it was so cutting edge. And I think the Center for Court Innovation has put an incredible, indelible mark on the way that we've transformed Times Square and the way that people view Times Square as part of the New York experience.
The Center for Court Innovation has tried to advance a positive and affirmative vision of what justice could look like. And then we've gone out and tried to realize that vision on the ground in places like Red Hook and Midtown and Harlem and neighborhoods all across New York City.
The center is not just concerned with just what happens inside the courtroom. It doesn't matter what the community looks like, it doesn't matter where it is. They go to like some of the toughest places and do their best work.
We've done a number of spatial projects with Brownsville Community Justice Center over the past several years. We've done the Marcus Garvey Youth Clubhouse. I'm always amazed by Brownsville Community Justice Center's investment in the Belmont corridor.
To me, one of the great achievements of the center has been the work that it's done with the Rikers Commission, which I chaired. We needed the innovators, the criminal justice thinkers to challenge us during the work of the commission. And that's exactly what the center did. MaryAnne Gilmartin was a pivotal part of the commission. Everyone had so much respect for her, for an understanding that real estate throughout the city should be for the benefit of our citizens.
The Center for Court Innovation has, I won't even say helped us to achieve, has been an integral part of achieving justice for countless people in New York State.
Every time we go talk to somebody, they all say the Center for Court Innovation is who you go to when you want something done very, very well.
Without the center, a lot of the great work that's been supported by the government would simply not be possible.
Innovators are usually on an island of their own. People never really understand why they're pushing so hard for this thing that they believe in. And innovators don't need recognition, but it's important for the next generation of innovators to hear their story and to know that they're out there and that they too can make an impact in the world.